Purab Kohli started off as an actor in 1998's show Hip Hip Hooray, and since then, he hasn't looked back. With movies like Rock On, Airlift, Vastu Shastra, and his recent show Out of Love opposite Rasika Duggal, he has gained a lot of praise from the audience and critic alike. See him conversing with NDTV Hot Deals 360 in this exclusive video. But before we begin this video, make sure to subscribe to the NDTV Hot Deals 360 YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our new videos.
You were all set to be a pilot, right? So how did acting happen?
Well, this was in '96, and when I started training to my flying training, and I started some classes. It was quite expensive, still is very expensive if you want to be a pilot. But there were no jobs really at that point of time. There were no airlines. There was just Air India, and also it was, because it was just one airline, it was hard to get a job in there. So after doing about 3 or 4 months of training, I kind of decided that I should give it up because I was feeling a bit sort of like, if you're spending all this money and there's no person who's doing any kind of expensive education worries about that. So I had that worry and I gave it up. And then I was sort of dilly-dallying for 6 months because I was going to go back to college and I was waiting for college to start. This was around December, January, and college was only starting in June. So, was waiting and figuring out what should I do. So I tried many things. I took up a part-time job as a telemarketer, as to call people and sell timeshare. I worked with an artist who does a lot of work with scrap metal. He's a sculptor, actually. Arzan Khambata, you must have heard of his name. He's quite popular. So I did a little work with him. I applied to hotel management because my father has a hotel. So I applied to hotel management school. Basically, I had lost my footing. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I was, trying to consider many things. And in that meantime, I heard about an audition for Hip Hip Hooray. So I said, "Chalo, ye bhi try kar lete hain." And I got it. So that's how life really started off in the acting world.
You really tried everything, and then you ended up being an actor.
Yeah, I guess it was a calling, right? Somewhere or the other.
Exactly.
Because that's what I've stuck on to, and it's been 23 years since I started acting. So
exactly. So in the end, you get to do what you're meant to do, right?
Yeah. And what you enjoy doing more than anything else. I think it's important. At least people often ask me, saying that you seem very content and happy with what you do, and I think it's very important to your work that you do. You're extremely happy with, Of course, you want to make money and you want to make a living and all of that. But at the end of the day, if you're really happy with the work you do, then it doesn't feel like work, You're just on a daily basis, just going and having fun and coming back.
So, were you hesitant in choosing Akarsh's character, because it is a negative character? Right?
Yeah. But I was not so hesitant to the point where I was thinking maybe I should not do it. I think these were more not really apprehensions. They were sort of things that came up in my mind, and I took it upon as a challenge to saying, okay, these are the things that bothered me in the original series about the character. So how can I sort of turn it around a little bit? And touchwood, I think we kind of achieved that with Akarshan season 1 because you kind of still have something of him. You hold on to something about Akarshan. You look forward to seeing him in season 2, and I feel that is somehow I see it as success to some of my work that I did on season 1. With Akarsh, because that was the struggle I was really having with him. But there never was an apprehension to not or a consideration not to do the show because if you've seen the original Dr. Foster on the BBC, it's an excellent show. It's great writing, and that's what, as an actor, at the end of the day, you want to be a part of things that have great writing and a good story that is being told. So that's what people like to watch.
And do you think a character leaves some degree of impression on an actor in real life also?
Definitely. I think both ways. An actor's persona comes into a character. You often see that. we try very hard to leave ourselves out of the character, but I mean, you can't help it. I mean, you're cast also sometimes for your persona to come into the character, and the makers want it that way. So that happens. And on the other hand, the traits of a character that you enjoy playing, the way a character speaks sometimes, because you're exploring so much with the character. You know, when you're reading a script and you're thinking about how the character will walk, how will he deliver his lines, how will he think in between his lines, and what will he be thinking of. I think on a subconscious level, the things that you enjoy about the character stick on to you, you know.
You've been a part of television, advertisements, and like some of the most amazing films. Right? So, like, what is your comfort zone when it comes to acting?
Uh, well, I think it's really the character you're playing. You know, I've had great fun doing some adverts. I mean, if you remember the Nescafe adverts, it was a great fun, you know, to play that part, and that whole neighbor story with Deepika. I mean, that was great. I had a lot of fun doing that. I had a lot of fun. I mean, adverts were fun because it's also very short, and you know, it's in and out of the set. And if you're playing a good character, as I said, it's fun. So I don't think you can really sort of differentiate that way. You just want to be on a good set and a good project and play a good character, and hope people love it.
Yeah. And what's in the pipeline for now?
Well, there are a couple of films, actually, 2 films that are lined up to release in later this year and early next year. I can't really talk about it though right now, so you have to just wait for.
I know that there are 2 films that are in the post-production stage.
Yeah.
But all right.
So you talk about it when they come to release, Ishan.
Yeah. So we have this quick rapid fire thing for you. So, and you have to answer in one word.
All right.
So, what are you watching these days?
What am I watching these days? I watched a German film just last night called The State I Am In. Yeah, The State I Am In. Okay. It's a German film I just watched last night. Okay. The State I Am In, I think it's called.
Okay. And a performance that you cherish the most of yours?
A performance I cherish the most. 2, I think. I think one is my brother Nikhil, and I think another one is there's a film I did called Avarapan, which is the first time I played a negative
Imran
character.
Hashmi.
Yeah.
Will there be a season 3 of Out of Love?
I hope so. I hope so. It's done so well, so people are really enjoying it. And I mean, as an actor, you just want to see how you can do more of the good stuff, you know. So I hope there's a season 3.
All right. I had a great time talking to you.
Thank you, Ishan. Nice to talk to you too.